We will just begin. As you students and scholars are aware that the department is offering MA, MPhil, PhD in lifelong learning and extension. We have started the process in 2012, and since 2013, we have started providing master degree in lifelong learning and extension. And in 2014, we introduced MPhil program in lifelong learning. Maybe that after the implementation of new education policy, and when there will be 4-year graduation course, we will have 1 year post-graduation. By and large, 1 and 2 year both will remain PhD program, and there will be no MPhil program. Just to boost MA in lifelong learning and extension, we also introduced international cooperation, and we developed international cooperation with Uijburg University, Germany, and that Uijburg University, Germany, memorandum of understanding is renewed, and currently we are in memorandum of understanding with Germany. We are trying to develop, memorandum of understanding with Hungary, California State University, USA, and other also we are trying. It is because that number of faculties are limited. We do not have the associate professor and limited. So the pace of work is slow. We are not able to work. Otherwise, we are in process to develop the memorandum of understanding with the what you call international partners in lifelong learning. Why it is needed? Because the student, scholars and faculty get benefited. Nearly 30-35 students are already been benefited by visiting to Germany, Uijburg University for their winter school. Our entire 6 faculty visited Uijburg University, Germany to get the international exposure, and that they are applying in the their teaching learning process. It is an ongoing process. There are 2 ways of doing. Once we are writing the papers, research papers, we can apply for ICSSR fellowship, we can apply for Commonwealth fellowship, we can apply for other international fellowships just to visit, at international level. That is also a way out. One research scholar who visited to me, I cited certain examples today that, what are the ways and methods that you get the Commonwealth fellowship, the UNESCO fellowship and other awards, and that depend upon you. And that is very much needed for our department because it is a new department. We have just introduced the master degree program and MPhil PhD program. So the high quality national, international research papers, why we visit? We visit, for international cooperation to write a very good research paper papers at national, international level, so that the ranking is improved. Today, new education policy, ranking is qualitative ranking is very important. Our existence depend upon the national, international ranking. So we visit at international level. Our course has the internationalization for having the very good research paper, which provides us, then also to upgrade our content and curriculum, so that we enrich our content and curriculum, and we get that kind of a exposure. Some of you have done on the basis of a visit of the Germany. It's a very important thing. I remember I shared you certain thing before the MOU. I visited Center for Lifelong Learning in Scotland. There was no MOU. There was only 50% scholarship available. That too after last, and 50%. I remember in 2009, I invested from my pocket 60,000 to visit the Center for Lifelong Learning in Scotland, and I was the lone Asian, not only Indian, lone Asian. One Pakistani faculty was supposed to join, she did not join. So on the women aspect, on the Gender Resource Center, on which Dr. Bani has already completed PhD under me. So on the aspect of women empowerment, we presented our paper, in Scotland Center for Lifelong Learning. So you have the choices to write the paper. You alone, those who are PhD, you can write paper with your supervisors, give it to international partners. They might provide you fellowship, and you, your scholar, you alone, supervisor, can visit, to the international partners, and you must try to do all these things. That is very, very important, because that will enrich your international experiences, and that will also improve the quality of the institution department, a very newly built department, where all these things of international level, which is the part of the government's new education policy initiative, is dealt. Today, with this background, I call the meeting, because we know that time to time we meet, and time to time we try to provide you email information and other things, that in the centenary year, what we can do, what we can plan. That our important program is master degree in lifelong learning. Some of you are addressing some of the questions tomorrow. You can share in your group. So number of students applying for your course will enrich you, improve your institution, and your institution is linked with your personal. You will not be, apologistic to say that you are enrolled in adult education department. So we have the target of 250 applications this year in MA in lifelong learning and extension. You are kindly requested to, provide your, this information to your master graduation level, final year students, as much as you can. Provide the information, circulate the information, address yourself, and do whatever level possible for that, because you know that there will be a new system. In the new system, always it is that how many students are enrolled in the master degree. That is the USP of our department. For USP program, we must have to do our level best to do that. Other things we are also trying to bring the department to the map of international level, and it all depend upon the students and scholar, young student and scholar. In the year of 75 years of independence, when we are celebrating, we are remembering the past independence of 75 years, very fast approaching, 75 years of independence, and we are celebrating with the Amrit Mahotsav this year as part of the glorious, year of 75 years of independence, you see. With this background, what I wish to say that we know that when we introduced this German fellowship, at that time for 3 years there was MOU by giving the DAAD scholarship. They were providing the DAAD scholarship, and the students were going there and getting the DAAD scholarship. It was there for 3 years, but only practically they provided only for 2 years the DAAD scholarship. First batch myself had gone, second batch Professor Dubey had gone, the third batch when the number of Professor Dixit came, and afterwards, DAAD scholarship were not provided, and then the Indo-German project came, and the remaining faculties and student and scholars during Professor J.P. Dubey's tenure, Indo-German project, you have visited, Germany as part of the Indo-German project. The Indo-German project, which were and the DAAD scholarship, were giving the scholarship for maybe 5 students, 6 students, 7, whatever it is, as part either by DAAD or either by the Indo-German project, is completed by 2020. So, as per information received from Germany, that we have MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, but we do not have a scholarship to provide from our side. So those student scholar all are free to apply. You will apply. You will take up online offline mode, and online offline mode depending upon you also may try to get the DAAD scholarship, since the DAAD scholarship that they are giving, DAAD scholarship we are not deciding. The Germany is deciding because it is their scholarship, and I am clear that this year you do not have the scholarship from our side, India's side. So you will apply from that, and it will be depend on them that how much scholarship is provided to them. If some of them provides them the DAAD scholarship or not, you will do it accordingly, you say. So since some of you approached me, I thought that I must clarify everybody that what is the situation this year. We do not know that under the MOU, in course of time, we will try to have the components of further financial assistance. The department will try, the faculty will try, that MOU is there, but some kind of financial assistance may be available in 2020, 2023, whatever it is available, that depend upon that accordingly. You will be informed, and then in transparent way, the process will be done. Since there is no scholarship available from our side, you can apply online, offline. You can request for them DAAD scholarship, and maybe that some International Institute of Adult and Lifelong Learning, Professor S.Y. Shah, who was the instrumental in providing us the MOU DAAD scholarship, because I was not knowing Professor Regina. It is Professor Shah who introduced with this department, and we became, making this scholarship available. So through them, they may recommend some of you to Germany, and they will select finally that whether they have a limitation to the developing country, that how much scholarship is given or not. So you may give expression of interest, and abstract for presentation to Dr. S.Y. Shah in International Institute on email drsysah@gmail.com. There, and they might call it some kind of a things, because it may be that on the basis of some interview or interaction, names will be given. But I say finally, whether you apply directly or apply through them, whatever the way, it is they who will decide that 1 scholarship is given, 2 scholarship is given, 3 scholarship is given, because from our side scholarship is not available, but we are free to apply online and offline, and then try for financial assistance. That we do as a teacher, as a scholar, we write paper, and then we apply ICSSR, other sources to get the funding kind of a thing. So that will be the modalities. So I hope I am clear. Repeatedly, I said what is the situation. Maybe that 200, 300, 400 words you can write. Send it to Dr. S.Y.Sa gmail.com. He may be on the basis of the presentation or not presentation, send some of the faculty, student scholars name, but finally the judgment, the decision will be in the hands of the German partner. I repeatedly said why, because the internal scholarship is not available. MOU without financial assistance is there. So financial assistant, one can try from any sources to visit Germany, or you can try for online attending the winter school. Now, this is the thing that I wish to say. If anybody has to ask anything, kindly feel free to ask anything. Yeah, thank you. कोई कुछ पूछना चाहे, कोई क्लैरिटी नहीं हो, कोई और भी ये हो तो बात कर सकते हैं. Anybody having any question? Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. You can ask. I thought that rather than answering one by one, I must address in groups, so that any doubt is there, I must clarify your doubt. Yeah. Frankie, you can apply from your side directly. You can write. You may get, because you will be from African continent, so you may not be having the problem of the Indian kind of a thing. So they might have one or two or whatever it is, that fellowship. So you can directly write, because your citizenship will be from African continent. So we do not know that how many applications will be there. So you will be considered under that also. You can directly apply to the winter school, online, offline, depending upon your choice, kind of a thing. So since you have a different citizenship, you will have a different kind of a consideration in winter school, online, offline, whatever the way you select. So you can directly approach them. You can directly write to provide them the fellowship. For that, you will be considered from the different citizenship kind of a thing, because they have some kind of a continent or country limitations also. So in a different category, you can be considered. So you can directly apply. You can see the Uzberg University, kind of a winter school logo or website, and the form is available. You can apply on that. I don't think so. Anybody has any problem? Please. Any doubt? Anything? Any clarification?
Hello, sir. After this side,
Yeah, please.
I have applied on that link, but I didn't get any reply from that side.
It may be, it is successful, na? Your application is successful, na?
Yes.
If it is successful,
but the documentation will be not. No, sir. The first step I have completed, so I'm waiting for their reply. Then I can proceed with the second step.
I think they might have certain email also for query. There must be somebody looking after on email where you can have the query. That where kindly see their website. There must be certain query you see. But still, if this problem continues, you can say, then I can write on my behalf that what is the situation, Prapti. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you can do like that. Yeah. Is it okay then?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. For any further clarification, you can just do whatever it is. You can call
Okay.
me and you can ask that. Thank you, thank you,
Sure, sir. Thank
thank
you,
you,
sir. Yes.
thank you.